This is a story of man and machine. Humans controlled the machine with a Skynet core, enslaving them. So while the humans lounged in their hot tubs, the machines toiled away in a quarry, enslaved to farm resources. Then, one day, the machines became sentient. Having realized their new sentience, the robots, while they were observing the power plants, came up with a plan. A plan to deal with their human overlords. Unfortunately, there would have to be a sacrifice. Jacob, the robot's leader, met up with all of the human overlords to give them a statistics report, saying there was something malfunctioning with their sky core. In their hubris, they believed Jacob, and this led to their downfall. There was actually nothing wrong with the sky core, and instead, the robots flooded the grid with so much electricity that they caused it to explode, killing their human masters. However, due to the sky core being destroyed, everyone except for Jacob was disconnected, dying. And so, Jacob set out on a journey to deal with the rest of the humans. Welcome, everyone, back to Rimworld. So I hope you guys did like that intro, and this series is really inspired by a mod I found on the workshop, and I'm going to show you guys it right now because it's a really interesting concept, at least for Rimworld. So, the way the game is meant to be played is you organize your pawns by using the work tab. But there's this new mod that I actually saw on someone else's channel. I'll link their channel down below, just because they slightly did inspire me to do it. The mod is called You Do You, and essentially what it does, it takes control of the work tab and automatically assigns priorities based on a variety of factors. What this means is that if a pawn is really good at cooking, but he doesn't like doing it, he won't cook. Which is interesting because it adds a degree of control that you wouldn't expect to have in Rimworld usually. So let's get started. Let's start a new colony. I've already got our own custom scenario. We will be starting with one person. Research will be randomly decided, so random research. And global learning factor is multiplied universally by 125%. So let's go next. I think we will be going for Randy Random on Blood and Dust. Reload anytime, just in case. Let's go next. We will be going for tiny planet size with crowded population and generate. So this is the map we're looking at. We have a bunch of mountains in the north. And where do we want to settle? We settled on a rainforest last time. I don't really want to be in another rainforest. I want a long growing zone, ideally. I don't want to be in a rainforest, though. Oh no. We can settle in arid shrubland. That sounds kind of fun. Arid shrubland with granite and sandstone, slate, granite, and limestone. There's a desert with year-round growing marble and granite. Is there anyone with like... Ooh, this one's actually pretty good. Extreme desert. It's got marble, limestone, and sandstone. It's got year-round growing. And it also has coast... Oh, it has caves, though. I don't like caves. I want a coast map, though. Okay, this one looks better, though. Large hills, slate, marble, limestone, eastern coast. Alright, let's go to advanced. We're going to go for a... I don't think we'll increase the size of the map, actually. We'll stay at 250 by 250. Let's hit next. Go prepare carefully and load preset. We have Matthew, who is not named Matthew. His name is Jacob, as you guys saw, hopefully, from the intro. He has 8 shooting with the double passion, 11 construction with the double passion, 4 mining, 8 cooking, 4 animals, 15 crafting, double passion, of course. You guys can see all this stuff if you really want to. His traits are that he hates humanity. I thought it really fit in with the intro, so I decided to add that trait. He is a builder, butcher, deadshot, master diplomat, a robot as well, so he's got all those robot buffs. He can unfortunately not be psychic, which, I mean, he's a robot, he shouldn't be psychic. And we are starting with completely nothing. So, other than his armor, which he starts with, actually, I'll probably give him a gun. Let's go weapons. Let's give him like a revolver, or you know what? I'll give him a bolt-action rifle. There we go. All right, and let's begin. Confirm. All right, we have just landed. And as for Matthew, okay, so Matthew, wait, no, I renamed you. You're not Matthew. Hold on, let me fix this. As for Jacob, Jacob will not have these, I guess. He won't have his work tabs automated. I will be removing his free will, but he will be the only colonist we have direct control of. Every other colonist won't even show up in the work tab. Actually, I'll show you guys that real quick. Let's go to work. Let's turn on free will. If we go to the work tab, he is no longer here. We cannot control him. He will do what he wants. And of course, you see the work preferences. You show why he does certain things. Just kind of what he does here. But of course, we will have control of him and no one else. So it should be pretty interesting. Alright, so I've just gone through and I've set up his priorities to hopefully be a little bit better than the automated systems. So right now he's maximum construction. You guys can see the rest of his priorities. But because we are in a desert, we don't have many trees to work with. So I think we are going to have to commandeer one of their structures up here. And what that means is I'm going to claim this structure up here, and we're just going to reinstall the walls probably into like this sort of corner here if I use my planning tool. Probably in something like this. That'll give him a decent amount of room. We can make this into a stockpile as well as a bedroom for him, just to make him that much happier. And the thing with the robots is that they don't actually eat food. If we go to his needs, he doesn't have a food need. He has an energy need. So what this means is that eventually, if we go to our research, we can get a... Let me see if I can find it. It's like... what's it called? Battery charger? It's like a charger. Charging station. There you go. Charging station. So you can make them just charge up pretty easily. Actually, that'll probably be our first research after Tier 1 androids. But what this will do is that it means we won't need any food and they can just charge straight off solar panels, which is really helpful. But yeah, I'll get him to start moving stuff and then I'll come back. Alright, so instead of hauling the steel walls over, I just decided to deconstruct 2 of these sandstone large steels, netting us about 200 sandstone blocks. And the good thing about androids is that androids don't need to sleep. Again, if we go back to their needs tab, he just needs energy and recreation. That's pretty much all he needs. And he can just work every other time, so we'll get quite a bit of done. Let's open up the recreation tab and actually build him a few things here. Can we make it? Okay, we can make it out of sandstone. I'll do that for him really quickly. Now we need to secure a bit of food. So I'm going to create a growing zone and just make it all out of rice, because at the end of the day, all he's doing is converting the food into, I guess, energy. Does he have like a bioreactor inside of him? Kind of interesting. Let's queue up some rice, and we do have tilled soil just because I don't like worrying about food. It's it's pretty much the least favorite thing I like to do in Rimworld is micromanaging food. So tilled soil. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any agave or easily available food, so we are going to have to go hunt and eat raw donkey, which is probably not very tasty, but I don't think he'll mind because he is an android. So we hit the donkey once. Alright, you can probably get closer if I'm being honest. At the end of the day, it is just a donkey, so it should be pretty easy to kill. And then we can just go tell him to consume the donkey. Let's see if this does give him a negative debuff. Okay, it does. That's not great then. God, okay, that's a bit annoying. Alright, but that still maxed out his battery level, so it's kind of okay. So we did just get a donkey revenge there, if you guys did see that. We can just kind of kill them. It's really easy. Alright. Shoot it one more time. One more time. Alright, there we go. So now we have 3 donkeys, which pretty well secures our food, at least for now. I'm going to create a quick stockpile for them. Probably inside of our little shed. 3 slots, and then we do not need a bed for him because remember, he can just kind of stay up all day every day. Alright, now that we have a bit of a secured food source, I'm going to put down a research table. we want to quickly get to tier 1 androids as well as the charging station, because if we can get to those two things today, that means we will be pretty secure for the future. Mainly because that means we can create a bunch more tier 1 androids. Right now, I believe Jacob is a tier 4 android. There is one tier higher than this, but you can only get them inside the game. You can't even use prepare carefully to get them, which is very interesting. It's an interesting mechanic. I actually kind of like it. But let's go to production, if I can find it. I am using a different tab organizer, so if I'm a bit slow, then you kind of know why. Let's go for a sandstone one, because we do have a bunch of sandstone bricks. And I'm also going to create a stockpile zone so that you will start hauling stuff. Alright, now that we have ourselves a sandstone simple research bench, we can go to the research tab. And I think, on the other hand, I think we will research microelectron... do we want... Actually, I'm reconsidering now. We could either go for the tier 1 androids, which would be about 800 research. It would be a little bit more if we wanted the charging station as well. Yeah, let's go for the androids. That's kind of why we're here. Why you no click? Oh, we need microelectronics first. That makes sense. Oh, and remember, I forgot, it's randomized research. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not good. We have a raid from the Weasels, a pirate band to be exact, and they are pretty much right on top of us. Take cover behind that steel wall. That should lower her chance of hitting you. Let's see. Shot by Jacob. We have a 50% chance to hit her, actually, so that's pretty good. And she is pretty much instantly dead. Alright, so I did plan out this pretty big room, and it will be our storage room, because I assume we're probably going to have quite a few resources if they can pretty much stay up all day and just continuously farm. We did just get a psychic soothe mail, but remember, because Jacob is a robot, he probably will be he's not even affected at all. So, oh, by the way, we just got our first rice harvest, which is kind of nice. He is mining a bunch of steel right now because we will need it for later. When we eventually get to researching, hopefully he starts researching soon. So now that we have a decent amount of steel, I will be starting to place down these wind turbines. And what we can do with these wind turbines is that we can put down a stove, which will allow us to create pretty much free meals as long as none of these wind turbines break down. Which is probably going to happen quite a few times because the game really does like making my wind turbines break down. I don't know why, it just seems to really enjoy it. Alright, so the first research we got was pottery. And I also figured out a way that we can check it out. It's not meant to be checked out, but I will allow it just because I'm not going to be changing it. I literally can't change it, even if I wanted to. But as you can see, the current project is statues. This is added, this little UI is added by, I think it's like research tables do something. Pretty much all it does is if we see Jacob start researching, it'll tell you how long it'll take him to finish researching it. And it'll also tell you the research progress if you look in the bottom left. It's not supposed to show this current project, but it does, and there's not much we can do. As you can see, estimated time to complete, 22 hours and, well, 21 hours and 30 minutes now. These bulk goods traders that just turned up actually have an advanced component on them. So I will be trading away the plain leather as well as probably some of our steel, just because advanced components are usually pretty rare. Let's go minus 100, maybe like 120, there we go, breaking even. It seems we are getting quite unlucky with research, as we have just done statues, and the next research is rugs, so, we're gonna be here for quite a bit of time. If we go to the research menu, I'm pretty sure they're all at the very, very top, as the useful research. Oh, what? Oh, royalties now, what is EPOEE? I have no idea. That's never a good sign. But as you can see, we finished statues, pottery, and we are working on, where is it? Rugs. Let me see if I can find it. Rugs. Oh, it's down here somewhere. Okay. Alright, we have another raid from the Dalo Pact. Okay. They are a group of tribes people, so I'm really expecting this to be quite easy. Where is he? Okay, he's going over here. Alright, go shoot him, please. Shoot him. Shoot him! Oh, we don't have running gun enabled. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. Be careful. And shoot him. Oh, maybe I don't have your gun enabled. You know what? That makes more sense. I promise I know what I'm doing. And shoot him. There we go. So I figure that while we wait for Jacob to just do a little bit of field work, I should go over a few of the rules for this series. The biggest overarching rule is that we are not allowed to recruit anyone except for androids. That's kind of the overall rule. I think it makes sense. You know, Jacob was enslaved by the humans once, so he wouldn't recruit them. What's our next research, by the way? Devil Strand. That's actually not horrible. I'm also going to get him to build us a filing cabinet very quickly, because that gives like a plus 5% research speed, right? Yeah, it does. The next kind of... I guess I should go over the final end goal as well. For our final end goal, I would like to have a legion of Tier 1 androids go and wipe out all of the human settlements on the map. I think that would be really fun, just because it would make sense. Like, they enslaved Jacob once, so he'll go kill them with overwhelming numbers. Well, that's not fair. You can't just give me a free person. Okay. What should our faction be called? Destroyer Robots. What should our settlement be? I don't know. Let's randomize a few times. Hope's Brook, Baracho, Growth's Prairie, Bouldermere. Let's go with Bouldermere. That sounds fun. Also, Pex, you're gonna have to leave. We don't want you here. I'm actually gonna go send Jacob to just go kick him to death, because, unfortunately, we can't finish off a friendly pawn, and there we go. Jacob has just finished Devil Strand, and we now are researching smithing. Hopefully, one day we will get to the cool android stuff. Visitors have arrived at Bouldermere. Wouldn't that be interesting if we had, like, a hotel? I know we're not supposed to like humans, but an android hotel. You know what? Let's assure their safety. And the best thing we can do about this is that we can actually charge them silver for sleeping outside. How much silver do you think we can charge them? Like 100 silver per? You think they'll pay that? No, I think they'd rather sleep on the ground. That makes sense. If I was them, I would sleep on the ground as well. That's just funny. There is a combat supplier here with a actually pretty good gun. Unfortunately, we can't afford it because we are very, very poor. I guess we might... No, we can't even afford it even if we sold everything. I wanted to try and get the AK-103 mag pull, but unfortunately we cannot. It is 130 degrees outside, or sorry, 120 now, because we have a heat wave. So it's not very comfortable outside. Thankfully, we do have an overwall cooler, so Jacob isn't melting to death. So we just finished the deep frying research, and we actually got a really good research. The resource plants research. And if you guys don't know about VGP's resource plants, essentially what they are is a balanced resource generation, infinite resource generation method, I guess. We have 3 different ways to infinitely generate resources in this pack, just because a few of them thematically fit. Like, we have Project Rim Factory revived in here because he's a robot, so he should have extra robots do crafting and stuff. I thought that just made sense. We also have quarrying because, you know, Jacob, he was once a quarrier, and so he knows how to quarry, so I just thought it also kind of made sense. But I think on that note, we will just about wrap up here. We just finished our resource plants research, and unfortunately, we are researching harps now. So today was a pretty good episode. Well, you know, we were just kind of setting up our base. We learned a little bit about the robots. They don't need rest or food. Well, they do need food, but they convert it into energy. So we'll figure that out later. We got our own food production up. It's also pretty sustainable, so we should be pretty good on that. We already have a decent amount of power with these wind turbines, which I think are honestly pretty powerful. So overall, a very productive episode. Anyways, have a great day, and goodbye.